me, this program was like very marathon. Very, I think, not what I naturally like to play. Yeah, Polonaise is big, hard for me.
That's not what you normally like to play?
I do. I mean, yes, but it's just a different side of me that I think it's not as natural.
You really ripped into it.
Oh.
I'm glad you chose Opus 26. You're the only one.
Yeah.
The great masterpiece is the E flat minor.
I don't know. When I started it, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, how do you read the cello rondo and rit and crescendo and what is it? And like, why does this happen like 5 times? What am I supposed to do? This is so repetitive, so boring.
The chat and I were noticing just the range of Chopin's moods.
Right.
I mean, it's so dark, but then
Right.
suddenly we go into this introspective place in the middle.
That'd be major.
Do you still feel that way now, that it's repetitive and boring?
No, none at all.
So what changed?
I mean, it was in working with my teacher, but like really asking what is the story behind this? And we know Polonaise is very militaristic. The way my teacher suggested hearing this middle part, I kind of have a slightly different interpretation, but he said, imagine soldiers marching to their death. They know they're going to die. Okay, you say that and then you're like, oh. Yeah.
You want to give your teacher a shout out?
My teacher is Mr. Alexander Kobrin.
What's up, Alex?
No, he's not watching.
He's not. Speaking of militaristic polonaises, let's hand it back to Anthony, who played perhaps the most military of them all.
Yes, the tragic Polonaise in F sharp.
What are you envisioning, soldiers marching into battle, or what?
I am kind of envisioning a very tragic piece, but I think there's something uplifting to this minor and this yum ba-da-dum bum bum. It's good vibes, and I can't help but smile when I play this section. It's no funeral march. It's not supposed to be the heaviest, most dark piece that Chopin wrote. But it is it's very proud and it's very repetitive. I mentioned this too. The good thing about bringing pieces to my teacher that he doesn't like is he will make me sound better than with pieces he does like. So he infamously does not really like this Polonaise, and he doesn't like the third scherzo. So he's been very helpful with those pieces.
He doesn't like...
Oh, he really does not. I love that. And to me...
Do you think they're gunshots?
I think it's just like, what's that movie called? Dumbo?
Yeah.
Like, remember that, like, hallucination of, like, the animals kind of, like, marching around?
Yes, which is recapitulated in Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day.
That's what I go for in that march, but a little more serious and a little more crispy on the fingers.
Yes, absolutely. Now, the mazurka inside of the march.
Yes.
Is it a dream, or is the outer march part the dream, and it's actually the mazurka that we're living in real life?
I feel a ways about this. I think that it's not exactly a dream in the same way that the mazurkas hopefully in the next round are. I think this mazurka, I once heard it described as the yellow paint that Van Gogh used to paint his flowers. And it's this very saturated and warm yellow that's inviting and present, but really confident and beautiful. And I feel that way about the mazurka. I don't play it in like the same way that I play the dreamy Opus 17 mazurkas, hopefully in the next round. It's kind of a more confident, artistic statement, little cushion. But I love just every time I play it, it's different, and I don't plan it. I just kind of see what happens. I read the room, I read the vibes.